What's up, you guys? As you all know, my name is Jodie and welcome back to my channel. Alright, so for today's video, of course, again, I have my wonderful wife, Cassie.
Hi, guys.
And this week we were gonna do something funny like a game. But then I got a DM like I think it was last night or something like that, because I knew we were gonna do it today and we wanted to play the game, but then I got a DM last night. And it was from someone asking me asking us, but it was towards me, like relationship advice and like what to do with certain situations and how does our relationship last, or how has it lasted so long and stuff like that. So I figured, why not make it into a video, because it is a few questions that I get a few times. I mean, it hasn't been perfect, but everyone, if you don't know us from the very beginning, you think that it has been perfect this whole time and it really hasn't. And you can check out our other videos with all the other backstories on that. But I get it. I mean, if you're barely like following us now and we're barely friends now, it does seem like it is the most perfect relationship and we've just gotten along all this time, but little do they know.
I know, right?
So yeah, we're gonna change it up and make this video about that and relationship advice for anyone out there. I mean, it can be same sex or straight people. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's the same concept across the board. So we'll go ahead and get into that. And sorry if I get a little emotional, because I do get a little emotional when I talk about things like this, because it has been such a long road. But we're gonna go ahead and get into it, and you guys stay tuned for that. All right, so for like what our main thing is that has helped us this whole 11
11 years.
Next month is 11 years.
Oh yeah, because today's May 1st. Duh.
Bro.
June 6th, y'all. If y'all didn't already know, but 11
years. Well, technically we met each other on May 11th.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So it's coming up.
So it's coming up. So it'll be 11 years that we met each other. That's crazy.
That's awesome.
Anyways,
we're reminiscing.
And y'all,
time flies.
Y'all look at my wife's lipstick, man. So what we've been doing now that we're in quarantine, sorry to get off topic, but what we've been doing is that she picks my eyeshadow color, and I try to find a lipstick that matches my eyeshadow color. So she picked a purple vibe for today. So I was like, babe, I have the perfect lipstick for you. And she hates purple.
Yeah, I don't really. Even though my room was purple my whole life.
But damn, dude, you look so beautiful with purple lipstick.
Thank you. I like your eyeshadow.
Thanks.
It's like, what was the pink, blue, purple. Yeah. She's gonna do the whole rainbow, y'all.
so I'm glad we're actually doing this, because this is actually a good thing that has helped us. We always compliment each other all the time. I mean, you can even ask my friends. I'm always just like, we'll be talking in the middle and I'll just like, damn, baby, you're so fine. Like, that's what you have to do. You have to compliment each other, because there's nothing better than hearing from your spouse, your significant other, a compliment. I mean, I could post a picture and get 1 million likes and a bunch of people telling me that I'm beautiful, but all I care about is what she says. I could care less what anybody else says. So that's one good practice that you want to make sure that you do. Always, always, always compliment your spouse, your significant other. Not only is it good for you to practice that, but it makes them feel good, because I know when there's times where I'll be done with my makeup or done getting ready, she's like, damn, and like that can turn my mood from like 0 to amazing, because it makes you feel good. You know, you want to make sure that you're always communicating and expressing your appreciation and love towards them, just not only like any other way, but verbally as well, because that really does boost someone's self-esteem. I mean, what do you have to
make
say
them
about
have
that?
a great day?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just like Jodie said, you know, it's always good to compliment one another, because you never know what the person might be going through, or as far as like, you know, if they had a bad day who knows, if they, you know, had a bad day at work and came home and obviously they hadn't shared with you that they had a bad day, and if you get home you're like, oh my god, babe, like, you know, I always tell her when she gets home, like, oh, you look so beautiful, or I missed you all day and stuff like that. Or just as well, like, share texts, you know, a lot of texts would do good and stuff too. But yeah, just continue to motivate each other and compliment each other and just go from there, because just like Jodie said, I think that's very healthy and it'll just boost your self-esteem in the long run.
I completely agree. Complimenting each other and that kind of communication is always key. So if you're not already doing that, start it now, because I'm telling you, it will really change the way your relationship is and the dynamic, because you're the other person is always going to think that you appreciate them, and you're always going to feel appreciated because you have that person that's telling you that. So definitely do that.
Just like y'all compliment people in your everyday lives, compliment your spouse as well.
Yeah,
know?
if you can,
you can't forget. Sorry.
No, you're fine. No, but I was gonna say, if you can compliment a celebrity and tell them, if you're complimenting a celebrity, telling them, oh my god, you look so hot, you can compliment your significant other. I mean, that should be the first person you should be complimenting. So yes, I'd be all over Nicki Minaj and all over her pictures and like, you so fine, baby girl. But guess what? She's the only one I'm also telling that to. So yes, good point, babe.
I don't get jealous.
You have yours.
All random.
You have your hot pass too.
I know. That's what I'm saying. We're cool with each other.
Yeah, so it's whatever. It comes with the longevity, y'all. Like, we'll get into that a little bit later, but it comes with the longevity. All right, so for tip number 2 is, of course, everyone always knows what this is. It is communication. Communication is key.
Yeah.
Like, you need to be communicating, and we actually had a little misunderstanding this morning because we communicated, but it wasn't that well.
Like, you know, straight to the context.
Yeah, exactly. So we needed to communicate better, and then it ended up being like a little argument that we got into this morning.
We talked about it.
But guess what? This one right here, she's like, no. She sat me down, we talked about it, and we said, this is why. And then I told her how I felt, and I said, I did not get communication from you. Like, I get what you said, but the way you worded it was not the way that I thought it was. So make sure.
And I took it as in she fully comprehended it, because I was like, oh yeah, you know, whatever. I'm not gonna get into it, obviously, but
but it was a huge misunderstanding.
Yeah.
So it was a big misunderstanding because we lacked that simple communication.
It was mutual.
It was mutual on both ends. Like, I didn't know what she was talking about. She didn't know what I was talking about. I was so confused. She was confused. So it just caused an argument. But guess what? We're grown ass women now. We sit down and we talk about it. There's no need to be fighting about it. It's not worth it. If it's not that serious, there's no reason for you to start a big old argument. We're fine. Look at us now. We're chilling. We're just here. Like, it's like nothing because we actually sat down and talked about it. Communication. You always want to communicate everything. It doesn't matter if you think that you're oversharing or you no. To me, this is just us personally. I want to know everything. Whether it's every single detail. Don't feel like, oh, I don't want to bombard you with stuff. No, you're not bombarding me. You're making me feel like I know exactly what's going on in your life, and I always tell you. Well, I always tell you everything, so you ain't got no problem with that, because I tell her literally everything from the smallest detail to like the biggest thing. So definitely communication. I mean, that to us definitely, I would say, saved our relationship from certain points, because we were able to sit down and talk and put our phones away and just talk about everything. Just talk it out. Like, it does not matter if I felt that you were just expressing all these negative things about me, or I was expressing it did not matter at that point, because we were talking to each other and talking about everything we needed to talk about. And then once we both expressed our feelings, it was definitely mutual. Why. Yes. So that has definitely helped our relationship and why we've been so, I wouldn't say I don't want to say successful, because you shouldn't be I mean, it's a relationship, like, you know what I mean?
Or a marriage.
But you guys get the point. When I say that's what really has helped us been successful in this relationship, is always communicating every detail of our life. I mean, everything. And if there's a misunderstanding, we sit down and we talk about it like grown-ass women. We apologize if we said words that we shouldn't have been said, but I mean, we rarely ever do that. And like I said, I'll tell you guys later that it comes with longevity, though. Because some people freak out the way we talk to each other. But, I mean, our closest friends know that that's just the way we talk to each other. Yeah. But I'll get into that later. But
and, like growing and, you know, living with Jodie and stuff, like, well, what, 2014?
6 years.
6 years now. But obviously, we've been with each other for almost 11. Yeah, you just like Jodie said, communication is key, because in the long run, like, obviously, if that's not there, your relationship's going to break, because you're going to be thinking like, oh, this person's saying something, like, just like we said, something else, but in reality, it's like you're thinking something. I don't know how to explain it in words, but
I think you know what I mean? I think they get what you mean too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, as you all can tell, so just talk about it. Make sure that you're always communicating with each other, everything, and I'm sure everything will be just fine.
Communication is key.
Yep. Okay, so for the third one, this is probably my favorite one out of all of them. So the third one is, don't forget about date night, y'all. I mean, that's a good one. Don't forget about date night, because I'm telling you, date night is so important. It does not matter if you live with the person 24/7. It's like right now, we're in quarantine, and we've been with each other now, what, 50 days? Consecutive 50 days. And I'm telling you, every single Friday or Saturday, we've been changing it up because, you know, my wife has her little DJ set she wants to watch. So I be changing it from either Friday or Saturday. But still, we've been having date night. Like, we did a movie theater. I made it a movie theater. We did, like, a painting with a twist. And then we...
Cook dinner. I cook dinner for
we're gonna do like a little cooking class type thing. What else have we done? Oh, we did puzzles. We did like a family.
We're doing today that you don't know about.
Oh yeah, this week is her. This week is her week.
It's my turn.
It's her. So we've been alternating. So
and even if it's like something small, y'all, like if you know if you're running on a little budget or something, just obviously to me, Jodie's more creative than I am. Everyone knows that, but but like I don't know. I just feel like because. Jodie would always tell me like, oh, don't think of the smallest things like with her, you know, and like because she likes that stuff and everything. I'm over here like, oh, I want to get her some this and this and this. And
yeah, that's
in reality, it's like, no, girl, like I've been with you for 11 years of my life. Like
yeah, and that was actually one of my other points.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. I'm glad you said that because I was gonna actually my next point was gonna be like the smallest things matter because with me, like she can literally pick a flower from the side of the road. And that to me would be so romantic. She could bring me home a fucking piece of candy, like a little ring pop, and to me it's so romantic. So I always tell her, don't overthink it. Like don't overthink things.
That's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I knew you were gonna say that because you always tell me that.
Yeah.
But don't
because like people think like, oh, date night, Friday, Saturday, like
expensive restaurant.
Well, now that we're in quarantine, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now that we're in quarantine, it's like, well, no, you just have here in your apartment and stuff. So it's like, yeah, don't like just do something small, cook dinner or. Just maybe
movies
or like a spa night or whatever the case may be. Massage your wife or husband's legs.
Oh, is that what you do?
Maybe. I'm giving it away. A little sneak peek. Or like just cute stuff. Give a massage, like a full body massage, even though you suck massaging or stuff like that.
She has small fingers.
Well, yeah.
She has small hands, but it's okay.
Skinny fingers.
I mean, it's alright. It still feels
good.
It's something.
Somewhat. Yeah.
So yeah, that's what date night. Like, don't forget date night. I know we're in quarantine right now, so you have to be a little bit more creative. But I mean, once it's all out, like even the smallest things, a stroll in the park. Like we'd go to Discovery Green, and we'd walk around. We'd walk around. Just walk. Like just walking, holding hands, and embracing like everything that's there. Other times we've gone to like museums. Like I'm a museum person. Like I don't care how many times I've gone to a museum, I'll still go again. So we go to museums, the zoo.
And I love doing that stuff with you.
And it's just even the smallest little things. I mean, nothing is too small. So don't feel like you have to overdo this and expensive bougie ass. Like, no, you don't need that. If the person really cares about you.
I was just about to say that. That is so weird. I was literally gonna say it, but she keeps on stealing my words, y'all.
It's because we're
so insane.
We finish it.
It's crazy. Exactly. I was about to say, if the person don't like you for the little stuff that you do for them, then cut them out.
Exactly. Like if they really care about you, they won't care about the small things that you do. Like don't feel like you have to overspend and do outdo. No, there's not once that I have ever requested anything other than what she has done. Everything she has done has been so romantic and so sweet, and it's just the smallest things. Like one thing that's coming up to my mind right now, it wasn't a date night, but she went out with her friends, and I was home. I stayed home because I wasn't feeling well, and she sent me. I told her I wasn't feeling well. And I was like, damn, like I really want some pho right now, but I was so sick I couldn't even get up. Girl, she sent me a pho to the house. Like she got it delivered. But like it's just like the cutest thing, that it's smallest things.
Like even though you're not there with the person, you can still obviously make DoorDash them some food. You know what I'm saying?
Make them feel like you care.
Like she had a really bad cold, right, or something, and. Got her a little soup, a little fun. And she, I wasn't even there, but I still satisfied her needs, with something small. It doesn't have to be big.
Yeah. So that, I guess, that was going to be my fourth one, like, remembering the smallest things. But it kind of, it goes hand in hand. Yeah. So it's like date night and it's remembering the small things. Like, it goes hand in hand. So why'd you hold my hand?
Because you have no meaning.
Oh, I have your hand. My hand.
I'm all cold. You're all warm. You're always like that.
I know. But yeah, so it kind of goes hand in hand, like I was saying. Date nights and remembering the smallest things, I don't know what else I can say. I guess I can also say like leaving little notes around. Like whenever we haven't packed her lunch in a long time, but when I would used to pack her lunch a lot, leave like a little note in her lunch. That way when she gets to work and she opens it and she reads it and stuff, and just things like that, like stuff to make them feel like, damn, like I'm appreciated, and it just, like I said, it kind of, like they all go hand in hand. Like it's not, you can't just like pick one, but they all kind of tie off of each other. But just remember the small things and date nights. Alright, so I guess another one that I want to talk about is a little bit more touchier subject. I guess for us personally, we both actually have really bad anxiety, and I mean for me it got really bad. A lot of you know, whenever I had to come, when I came out and stuff, and then it was just built on from coming out and then going into grad school, and you just feel like you're alone and you have nothing and you have no one, and you're just in your mind and you're just fighting these demons in your mind. But the amazing part of it was the fact that I had her. Like, whew, she helped me through it, like everything. I mean, there was not one time where, and I loved it because she tried and she would research and find ways to like help, even though I was so closed off and I just didn't want help, and I just was so like I said, so closed off and didn't want anything. She would find ways and she would research, and how could she help someone that, you know, has anxiety and stuff like that. And now it's like kind of like the tables have turned, because now she's in grad school and it's only been like day 2 and the pressures are already on. And I think she has a lot more pressure because it's online, so she's not seeing anyone, and it's just videos and stuff like that. So now it's my turn to take the passenger driver's seat and help her out, and it's tough. Like it's not going to be easy. So if you have a significant other or a spouse that, you know, has anxiety or depression, like take it easy, man, because it's not something that, like, it's not like how in like Latino culture, how, oh, you're fine, it's lesbian, like don't even worry about it. No, it's not. Like mental health is a real thing. Like you need to think about it and find ways to help. Like don't just brush it off and say like, oh, you're just overthinking. It's not. Like talking with each other, it's so important. Like I mean, not to get personal or anything, but just right now, like we took a break and just talked to each other, because you just feel like you have to, it's not that you feel like you have to do that, because if not, you're so bundled up in your head and it gets the best of you. Like it takes over you and you go crazy. So always communicate, especially if your significant other suffers from anxiety, depression. It's not a joke. Don't take that shit lightly. Don't make jokes of it. Don't do this, because you will drive that person to something that you don't want them to do. And it's amazing to have a partner that you can communicate stuff like this with, and although they don't understand or they may not get it, they can empathize with you, and they can sit there and talk to you about certain things and make you feel like, and take your mind off of things, and make you feel like, you know, I really am important. It doesn't matter if something in my head is telling me otherwise. Like it doesn't care. I have someone I can rely on, that will always be there for me no matter what. So that's another thing that I also want to say, because
you're so awesome. I'm just staring at you. You're so cute.
Thanks. You're gonna make me cry. Don't make me cry.
But yeah, I'm trying not to cry. But so when when Jodie was in grad school and stuff, I were you gonna cry?
Yeah.
Well, I was already crying, but oh my god, I'm trying not to cry. Okay. That's what I'm trying to say. What I have to say. Okay. Okay. So oh my god, my voice is so shaky.
It's okay. Just talk.
I just feel like I have to breathe. Okay. So it like makes sense, because when Jodie obviously was in grad school and stuff, like seeing everything that she went through as far as like, you know, tests and stuff, you know, well, she had her classes, they were hybrid. Yeah, they were hybrid, half online and half in class. And I saw what she had to go through, and then she would just cry and stuff, and you know, oh, I gotta do this assignment, I gotta do that, I gotta do this. And now it makes sense, because oh my gosh, I'm already on my third day of classes, you know, with my program. And it's like, man, like it's just, you know, the last time I was in school was 4 years ago. And it's not obviously not a lot, I mean, it's not a big gap or anything, but it's just, you know, an eye-opener of what you have to like accomplish and do things at a certain time, meet deadlines and stuff. And just like she said right now, you know, we had to take a break, because I'm not gonna lie, I had like a
panic attack.
Like a little, panic attack. But I think just like Jodie says, you just have to talk to the person, you know, what if they have a big project coming up and they're stressed out about it, just be there for them, because you know that's all you can do, and stuff like that. So
it kind of ties back to what we were talking about, like communication. Like,
oh, I'm a little shaky, y'all.
Shake it off.
I know. It's a little. You're right. It's a sensitive topic.
It is sensitive, and it's very sensitive, especially for us, because we both suffer from anxiety. Like, I wouldn't say suffer, but we have anxiety. Like, I never like to say suffer, because I feel like I'm bigger than what I can
preach.
Like, I feel like I'm bigger than what it is. Like, it's in my mind, I hate it because it never goes away, but I know I can overcome it. And I don't like saying suffering. I just say I have a tad bit of anxiety. I mean, I think everyone does.
Try to overcome
but you overcome it. Like, you can do it. And having a partner that can, like, empathize with me and feel the same way, it makes it so much easier. So I know this is a sensitive topic, and I'm so sorry to bring it up if you have suffered from any mental health things, but I wanted to say that because we literally just had to stop filming right now because, you know, she had a panic attack, so we cut it. Like,
it's just so crazy because the tables are turned now. Now I know exactly what you went through, you know, when you were in grad school. So it's like, you know, I know my wife is always going to be there for me, you know, day one and, you know, till the end of time, pretty much. But it's like, you know, I don't know. And I don't know. They say Virgos are overthinkers. I think they really are, because I overthink about everything, even though I shouldn't, because I know everything's gonna be okay.
Exactly, because you're fucking amazing, so it doesn't matter. Like, what that little mind of yours says, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because you're fucking amazing. So that's what I want to say about that. Yeah. Woo!
We're good though. Breathe. You have to breathe. It'll be okay, I promise.
Yeah. That's a good one, babe. I found it. So another thing and this is what I actually want to do a series on this, but another thing is finances. Finances for us in the beginning, and we're just being honest, was very freaking hard. I came to Houston, and I mean, we first came over here literally I came over here with $250 or $300.
I don't even remember.
And Cassie had like $120 to her name. So total, like, probably like less than $500 total. And so when I got here, I got a big girl job, and I started making money, and I was like, you know, I had all this money, but Cassie still wasn't making. I mean, she was in school, so she wasn't making money. And at the very beginning, it was hard. Like we both would have arguments on finances all the time, and it finally, like I said, when I said earlier, we got to a point where it was just too much, and communication is what saved us. Communication is what saved a relationship, where we finally sat down that one day, and I still remember that day. We sat down and we said, look, this is all I have. I laid everything I had on the table. She laid everything she had on the table, and we spilled everything out, like from finances to this, I don't like this, I'm like, everything, we spilled it out. And we finally said, if we're gonna do this, we have to make sure that we do yada 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 yada. So finances can be a huge deal breaker in a relationship, but you also have to remember, if you're young right now, you cannot, and this is my problem, and I know I suffer from this, and I've told her this several times before, I don't feel like I am the age that I am. Like, I feel like I'm older. Like, my mindset is years ahead. My mindset is probably like already in my 40s.
But you've always been like that.
I've always been like that. Like, even before I met, like, even when we met, like, I met her when I was 16. I already have a mentality of a 25-year-old. Yeah. I knew exactly what schools I wanted to go to, blah, blah, blah. But, like, I had everything planned out to the T. And I had no concept of life fucking happens. Shit happens. It's not going to go your way 100%. It's not. And I'm such a perfectionist, so I know that's an issue with me. I have an issue with that I don't like when shit doesn't go my way. So when the finance part wasn't going my way, and I wasn't yada yada at this place, I started fucking backfiring and doing this. And it wasn't her fault. It's not her fault. She was still in school, so how do I expect her to make all this money if she was still, like, it's just an issue. Like, it's always going to be an issue. So you have to remember, like, I was want to backtrack.
And that's why you're with, okay, that's why you're with, I mean, like, whoever you're with, wife or husband, like, they're probably complete opposite with you. I mean, opposite, which is fine, because opposites attract, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, she thinks that way, and I think totally different, which is fine. You know, I live my life day by day. You know, everyone just, whatever happens. I know it's probably a crazy mentality, but a lot of people do live like that in our world. Yeah. You know what I mean? And she wasn't used to that.
That would irritate the shit out of me, because I'm like, what do you mean? You don't have your 401k, you don't have your lifetime, you don't have this, you don't, like, what?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? And she was 15.
Well, I had a small job. What do you mean 401k?
No, but I'm talking about. I'm talking when we were younger. Like, you didn't have mentality of like that.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? Like,
I was still growing up and stuff, and I don't know how to explain it.
I think I get it from my dad. From my dad, if you're ever watching this, it's your fault. You created this monster.
Okay. No, but it's fine because it outweighs, the relationship. Like,
and now she understands.
She's a big planner. I'm not a planner.
And now she understands why I do things the way I do, because she's like, oh shit, we were able to save this much.
Yeah.
We were able to buy this with she knows why.
You just gotta work together. Because,
exactly.
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
No, and you're saying everything I was gonna say, so I'm glad. I'm glad what you're saying.
Yeah. So just whether it's getting a house or whether it's trying to save up for something for a car and stuff like that. She's real cool on getting me to the right track and stuff, and she balances me out. I balance her out, and that's what a relationship's about.
I always say that because it's like I was so uptight and I had no spontaneousness in me.
Yeah, you did.
I want to remember that one argument that you called me spontaneous.
But, oh my god, I never said that.
Dude, that's a part of Scorpios. We bringing up arguments.
You remember everything.
That happened like 8 years ago. You're not spontaneous. And so ever since then, bitch, I've been spontaneous. That was like when we were like 19. She told me that when I was like 19.
We went from crying to laughing.
But yeah, so we, like you're saying, you balance each other out. Like, I have strictness, like I have this, like this, yada. She does not. But she has all this spontaneousness in her, this fun, bubbly, and she would bring out the fucking strict grandma in me, and that's a beautiful thing.
You just tell her like everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah, because just
take a little step back.
Yeah.
And just, go with the flow. Even though as much as you don't want to.
I hate going with the flow.
I know you do. It's like plan, which is fine, You may want a goal that you're going to meet in 5 years. And so I'll say the same thing for me. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. You can't kill yourself, about it. And you have stuff flying. But yeah, you can't kill yourself about it because it's like, not everything goes as planned. Like, look at... families and stuff, let's say they want to get a house first, but the baby comes first, and you're like, dang, I still live in an apartment. Like, do I really want to raise a baby in an apartment? But it's like, you have to make sacrifices. That's just how life is. And they might not go in chronological order like you might want them to, but it's just life, and you just gotta roll with the punches.
But we also are believers of there is no order. That's one thing I do say. Like, I'm very much a believer of there is no order. You don't have to go and do this first, like, no.
Yeah.
If the baby comes first, if school comes next, and then the house comes, more power to you. Yeah. Like, we have free will. We have a lifetime where we can finish things. But I want to get to that part, right? I want to finish one last thing on my finance, and then we get to that, girl.
Go ahead.
So the last thing I want to say on finances is, if you are watching this, you are probably in our age group, so don't stress out about shit, y'all. Like, I understand that right now we need to be focusing on certain things, but that is what's going to kill us in the long run, because we're still young. We still have plenty of time to do things. Don't get yourself all worked out for things when you have time to fix it. Like, I know that we shouldn't be living off free ball, blah, 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 blah. But, have discipline. I'm not telling you not to have discipline. What I'm trying to say is don't get an argument over finances with your relationship when it'll work out with yourself in the end. I mean, we are perfect examples of that. I mean,
you look back at it now and you're like, oh my god, did we really argue about that?
It was worthless. It was just like pointless at that point.
We laugh about it.
Yes.
And it's just like, what were we thinking? But now, obviously, moving forward towards the future, we're like, okay, we're doing this, we're doing that. Everything's falling into place, and at the time it's supposed to be, even though you wanted it to happen years ago, it's like, you know what, it's happening right now because God's making it happen right now. You know what I mean?
Well, listening to some Jodie or what?
Yeah.
Damn, girl.
My wife always preaches. Mwah. She, I've been taking her words, Go
ahead, girl.
She motivates me.
Thank you, Jesus. She's listening to me finally. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
So the last thing that I wanted to talk about is longevity. And I mean, as we've mentioned before, Cassie and I have been together almost 11 years. I know her back of my hand, front of my hand, tip of my, I know her to her core. Likewise with me. She knows when I'm going to do something before I even do it. Likewise with her. So if your relationship that you're still in the beginning, you're uncertain about things, but you love that person, and you guys go well together, and they don't do crazy things to you to make you feel otherwise, work on it. Work on it. That wasn't always the case with us. There was a number, you guys have heard it before, we've talked about it in different videos. There was a lot of shit that we did to each other in our youth.
A lot.
That we both regret. I mean, and it's probably to the point where it was toxic and we shouldn't have even been with each other at that point. But we grew up. We took a little break.
Yeah.
We grew up. We talked about shit. We said, you know what? I love you to the point where I want to be with you. Same with us. And we got back together and we made it work. And now, it's been 7 years now.
Yep.
7 years now that it's been smooth sailing.
Good.
So longevity. I mean, a lot of our friends always freak out the way we talk about each other and with each other, like we're best friends. But this is my best friend, y'all. Like, this is my homie. This is my best friend in the whole world. Like, ride or die. Like, the Bonnie to my Clyde. Like, this is like this
Peanut
is
butter
it.
to my jelly.
Salt to my pepper. Mac and cheese.
Oh man. You got me. I was saying, dang it. I have a whole bunch of them, but I was gonna say cheese and bread. Like, okay,
I mean,
crickets.
Well, we're a little poor girl. That was our real shit. Some beans and cheese right there. Shit. But yes, definitely, like, if you all have guests in person and you feel like we're a little weird, it's because we are.
Yeah, we are weird.
We are weird.
We have a Scorpio and a Virgo. Can't get any better than that.
You're just a jokester today, aren't you?
She's crazy, but I just keep up with her. Just kidding. I'm crazy too, so yeah, I guess we
definitely balance each other out. The yin to my yang.
Yep. You are going.
You don't have any more.
No, I can't think of any right now.
But yes, I know this video was all over the place, and I'm so sorry that it was just all crazy or whatever, but my thoughts were all over the place. Our thoughts were all over the place. But I hope you guys got some good advice out of this. If you guys want another video on different types of advice, let me know. Send me questions. I love when you guys send me questions. This video was because of a question, so thank you guys so much. We are down to make any content that you guys want to see. I know I'm not trying to say that we're role models or anything. Like, I don't want to be anyone's role model. Like, I don't want for you to look up to me unless you're my sibling. So don't feel like I'm trying to do this because I want you guys to look at us as, what do they call it? Oh, relationship goal. Like, we're not, I don't want, make your own goal.
We just wanted to share our thoughts.
We want to share our thoughts, our experiences.
Everything that we've gone through.
Exactly.
So it can help you.
Exactly.
In the long run.
Because people in the past have told us, oh, you guys just try to be like, we're not trying to be like anything. Like, we're just trying to be Jodie and Kassy. That's it. Like, we're not trying to be nothing. So this was just because it came from a question, and I thought, hey, this is a really good video topic, so why don't we do it? Yeah. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I know that there's probably things that we didn't cover, and if you have any other questions, let me know. We're down to make a part 2 video if you guys want to see that. And if you guys want to see anything else, let us know. Like, we're so down to do anything. We're pretty much an open book. We realize that our relationship is a little different, and it's something that people can see and be like, oh, that worked for them, and cool. Like,
maybe it'll work for me.
Maybe it'll work for me. Exactly. Yeah. So we're down to do anything you guys want. Just let us know, and I hope you guys are staying safe out there. I know that Texas has now officially reopened, but if you don't need to leave anywhere, then please don't go anywhere.
Just continue to practice social distancing.
Exactly. So if you have anything else, I know I already said it, please let me know. If not, then I love you guys so much, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.